Hi, welcome to Open Door Yoga. My name is Michelle, and today's class is a nice morning yoga flow. So it's a great class to do first thing in the morning. If you're trying to wake up your body, we're going to go through some gentle flows, some gentle stretches, build a little bit of heat in the form of energy in our body, just to get our day started right on the right track. So today we're going to start in Hero's Pose. And so if you're in here seated with me, let's rock on our hips over to hands and knees. Bring our knees to touch, toe mounds to touch, tops of the feet down on the earth, and then send your hips back. So we're creating this little seat between our heels for our sitting bones. And as you come into this posture, if you're feeling any discomfort in your knees, you can also grab a block or some type of lift to sit on to bring your hips up a little bit higher. Or if there's something preventing you from getting in this posture, like any type of disease or discomfort in your knees, in your hips, you're welcome to start in just a comfortable seat here. So choose the option that feels best for you. Bring your hands to a comfortable spot on your thighs. Send those shoulders down away from your ears. Gaze can close down or lower here. And just take a moment to arrive to this practice. So bring your awareness onto your breath. Or maybe do a quick body scan. Check in with the different physical sensations you're noticing in your body first thing in the morning. If it feels good, you can invite a little bit of gentle movement by maybe taking some single shoulder rolls back to open up a little bit through the chest and to really help cue you to start drawing those shoulder blades down and in on your back body today. We're going to start off the day with some really nice posture and hope that it can translate throughout the rest of our day. As you're ready, let's bring our palms to touch, interlock our fingers. You can even point through your index fingers and then slide those arms up and overhead. So we're reaching up, pointing through those index fingers, but then also mindfully drawing those shoulders down, creating some space between our ears and our shoulders. Notice that we have a little bit more engagement in our core with our arms overhead to help keep this nice upright spine. So if you're swaying into that low back, just pull that belly button in. Take that weight out of your low back. And if it's available, begin to bend into your elbows. Bring the palms of your hands behind your head. Maybe we start with our elbows pointed forwards and slowly begin to pull them back to open up through your chest. Your gaze can lift here. Nice opening between your collarbones, opening through your chest, into your shoulders. Full breath in. And on your exhale, begin to round through your spine. Send your arms up and overhead. Knuckles point forward, arms extended, gaze lowers. We're going to alternate between some seated cats and some seated cow postures. So full breath in here. Full breath out. And then inhale, rise on up. Open up through those elbows. Seated cow. Move with your breath. On your exhale, to send your arms up and overhead, round through your spine. Seated cat. So keep moving with your breath. In your seated cows, feel that opening through your front body. And on your seated cat, feel that stretch between your shoulder blades and your upper back body. Let's just take one more seated cow. One more seated cat. And release those hands down to your thighs. Find that nice upright spine. Maybe come back to those shoulder rolls if it feels good. Then we'll find stillness here and begin to walk our hands forward into hands and knees. And so if you are in a comfortable seat, just make your way to hands and knees and we'll all meet together. Hands are under, or wrists rather, are under our elbows. Elbows are under our shoulders. Knees are under our hip points. And from here, we're going to make our way into some more cat-cows. It's always nice in the morning to really open up, articulate through all of the vertebrae of our spine. It's a great way to feel more open, more awake, and get our blood moving and our energy moving in a different way. So on your next inhale, tuck your tailbone, drop your belly as you pull your shoulders back, gaze lifts, Uttanasana cow pose. And exhale, tuck your tailbone, drop the crown of your head, round through your spine, press away from the earth. Marjarasana cat pose. Move with your breath. Maybe notice differences that you're feeling in this round of cat-cows than in the first. Let the movement start at your tailbone and move one vertebra at a time up your spine, just like a wave moves in the ocean. Let's take one last cow here. One last cat pose. And then find stillness in your hands and knees, and we're going to begin to make our way into puppy pose. And so our hips are going to stay over our knees. Begin to walk your hands forward, and notice as you walk your hands forward, if your hips slide forward as well, just send them back. And slowly kind of dance your way down to your forehead resting on the earth. Now, if your forehead is not quite reaching the earth, because it takes a lot of opening in your shoulders, just grab a lift. So you could grab your block that you sat on if you chose that option, or maybe a stack of blankets here, just to bring the ground up a little bit higher. Begin to open up through your chest. And as you settle into this posture, check in with your low back. So several people have more flexibility in their low back than in their upper back body. And if that's the case, you'll probably notice that there's a big sway here in your low back. And if that's the case, no worries. What I want you to do is just pull your belly button in, find some length in that back body, and you're going to notice the sensation shift a little bit higher up towards your shoulders, your upper back. Puppy pose is also called melting heart pose. And I like that verbiage because it's a good visual. It reminds me that I'm melting my heart space down towards the earth. And just remember to keep tucking that belly in, just to keep the sensation in that upper back body. One more full breath in. Full exhale, release that breath completely. Then inhale, begin to walk it back up, lift your chest to hands and knees. From here, ground down through both of your palms, through all 10 knuckles evenly, and begin to send your weight back and up into our first down dog. Pedal out your feet, take your time here. Begin to feel a little bit of opening through your back body. Engage through your core and use your core strength to send your hips up and back a little higher. Slide those shoulder blades down and in on your back body. Nice long spine. Find stillness. Maybe we have a knee bend here. Or maybe our legs are extended, but our heels are lifted, and that's just fine. Just keep a nice long spine. Full breath in. Full breath out. Then on your next inhale, slowly walk your feet up towards the top of the mat, and you can move over a few breaths here. Take some gentle movement. Maybe we sway our hips from side to side as we move, if that feels good and helps us feel a little bit more settled here. As you arrive, generous knee bend here. Exhale, forward fold. You can even take a bind at your elbows if a ragdoll posture where you sway from side to side feels good in your body, or stay here in stillness. One more full breath in, full breath out. Inhale, rise to half lift. Send your thighs back, reach the crown of your head forward. Shoulder blades are still down and in on your back body. Feel the sensation between your shoulder blades. Strong core to support that low back. Full breath in. Exhale, forward fold. And then inhale, stack one vertebra at a time as you rise up to extended mountain. Arms sweep up and overhead, gaze can lift. And exhale, release those arms down by your side. Begin to find a really strong foundation here. So toe mounts can touch with your heels V'd out an inch or two, or maybe our feet are under our hip points. Begin to work your way from the ground up. We're grounding down through all four corners of our feet, engaging through our thighs, strong core. Checking in with those shoulders. They're down away from our ears. Our shoulder blades are down and in on our back body. Almost like you can feel a gentle opening in your chest. Fingers zip together, palms shining forwards, top of your head reaching up towards the sky. Full breath in. And exhale, bend into those knees, forward fold. Plant your hands, step your left foot back. We're going to come into this low lunge. So right knee is stacked on top of right ankle. We're lifting our left heel over our left toe mound. Strong and straight back leg. Hug your thighs to center. Plant your left hand on the inside of your right foot. And inhale, open up to the right side wall. Right fingertips are reaching up towards the sky. Your gaze can look past them. Imagine sending your sternum or your breastbone and shining it towards that right side wall. Full breath in. Exhale, release. Plant both hands. We're going to make our way into Warrior Two. So pivot on your back foot about 90 degrees. And what we want is for our right heel to be in line with the center of our left foot arch. So take a moment to get settled here. Stack your right knee over your right ankle. Back leg is strong and straight. Ground down through your right toe mound, pinky edge of your left foot. And then when you feel stable, rise on up to Warrior Two. Shoulders are stacked over our tailbone here. Hip points are facing the long edge of our mat, and then we're pressing the outside of our right thigh back towards the back of the room. Arms are at shoulder height. We're reaching through those fingertips. Gaze is forwards. Full breath in. Full breath out. On your next inhale, sweep those right fingertips up into this nice, extended, peaceful warrior. And then exhale, make your way to an extended side angle. So right elbow can come to the top of your right thigh. And send that left arm up and overhead, straight line of energy from your left fingertips down through your left foot. And let's flow here. So inhale, send it on up. And exhale, extended side angle. So we're building heat in our low body so we can move here with lightness. And this doesn't have to look pretty. This doesn't have to look perfect. Just listen to your body and move in a way that feels good. Let's take one more peaceful warrior, extended warrior. And then one more side angle posture. And then we're going to cartwheel our hands down, pivot on our back foot, step back to plank for just a moment. You could even find some movement here by swaying those hips from side to side. But if that's the case, just make sure that you're holding your weight in your core. We're not dumping up here into our shoulders. Let's take one more full breath exchange here. Full breath in, full breath out, and then drop those knees down. Let's take it to the other side. So send your left knee forward, or your left foot forward rather. Come on up into this nice low lunge. Begin to ground down through your left toe mound. We're lifted in our right heel, stacking that heel over our toe mound, hugging our thighs to the center. Plant your right hand on the inside of your left foot, and inhale, open on up to the side wall. So again, instead of thinking about using my arm to pull open, imagine twisting that sternum, that breastbone towards the left side wall. One more full breath in. Exhale, unwind, release. And we're going to make our way into warrior two. So from here, pivot on that back foot and make sure that you have this straight line from your left heel to the center of your right arch. Ground down through your left toe mound, and now the pinky edge of your right foot. Left knee stacked over left ankle. Strong and straight back leg. Once you make those little adjustments and feel good, feel stable, rise on up to warrior two. Feel that heat building through your legs. Shoulders stacked on top of hips. Our tailbone is pointed straight down. Our hip points are shining forwards, but then we're pressing the outside of our left thigh back behind us. Shoulders are at hip height, or shoulders are at hip height. Arms are at shoulder height, and we're extending through our fingertips. One more full breath in. And our nice still warrior two, full breath out. Then inhale, sweep those arms up and overhead, peaceful warrior, gaze can look up. And exhale, draw that left elbow towards your left thigh. Straight line of energy now from your right fingertips down through your right foot. Move with your breath. Inhale, reach it on up. And exhale, side angle. Again, don't worry so much about perfect postures here. Just feel this back and forth. This opening through your left side body and then opening through your right side body. Notice that energy being created here with that heat in our lower body. Last time here. Open up that left side body and open up that right and extended side angle. And then cartwheel your hands down, pivot on your back foot. Send it back to plank for just a moment. And then we'll drop our knees down. Bring your toe mounds to touch. Send your knees to the width of your mat and send your hips back. Extending your arms overhead, child's pose. Full breath in here. Full breath out. Begin to let your attention or your awareness come back inwards. Notice the physical sensations of your body, your breath. One more full breath in. Exhale, walk your hands towards the left side of the mat. Plant that forehead back down. Notice that expansion in your right rib cage, in your right side body, on your inhales. And that gentle collapse on your exhales. Inhale, return to center. And exhale, take it to the other side. Full breath in. Notice that sensation shifting onto your left side body. Last full breath exchange in here. And exhale, return to center. Stay here as long as you'd like today. Maybe take or let this practice lead you into a gentle meditation if that's part of your yoga practice. This is where I will leave you. Thank you so much for practicing with me today. Namaste.